Every meaningful journey begins with a question, why? Not how, but why. The future you want to create, whether it's a career, a relationship, or a personal goal, must be rooted in a clear and compelling purpose. This is the foundation that will keep you grounded, motivated, and resilient when challenges arise. Without knowing why you do what you do, the path forward becomes blurry, and it's easy to get distracted or give up at the first sign of difficulty. The why is your deepest reason for waking up every morning. It's what inspires you to push through doubt and fear. When you understand your why, it's no longer about chasing outcomes or external validation. Instead, it becomes about living in alignment with your values and passion. This alignment generates a kind of energy that is sustainable because it comes from within, not from outside rewards or pressure. Many people start their journey focusing on what they want to achieve, for wealth, recognition, but fail to reflect on why these goals matter to them. Why do you want that promotion? Why do you want to build that business? Why do you want to learn that skill? If your answer is simply, because I want to make more money, or because everyone else is doing it, you've missed the critical piece. When your why is weak or unclear, you become vulnerable to setbacks and distractions. You're likely to abandon your goals when the initial excitement fades. On the other hand, when your why is clear and powerful, it acts like a compass. It guides your decisions and filters the noise that doesn't serve your purpose. It allows you to focus your energy and time on what truly matters. Your why connects you emotionally to your future and makes the hard work feel worthwhile. Even when progress is slow or obstacles appear insurmountable, your why reminds you that this journey is about something bigger than immediate results. Moreover, a clear why attracts the right people, opportunities, and resources. When you communicate your purpose authentically, you create a magnetic force. People want to support you, collaborate with you, and be part of your vision because they sense that your journey is meaningful. This connection is vital because no one achieves great things alone. Purpose inspires not only individual perseverance, but also collective momentum. Finding your why isn't always easy. It requires introspection, honesty, and sometimes societal expectations or personal habits. It demands that you look beneath surface-level goals to discover what truly fulfills you. It might mean peeling back layers of conditioning and fear to find what excites and motivates you at your core. But the payoff is immense. When you find your why, you unlock a wellspring of motivation that will carry you through uncertainty and setbacks. As you move forward, revisit your why. Let it evolve as you grow and learn. Your future isn't a fixed destination. It's a dynamic path that shifts with your understanding and experience. A strong why provides stability amid change. It helps you make decisions that align with your true self rather than external pressures or fleeting trends. Ultimately, starting with why is about creating a future that is not only successful by conventional measures, but also fulfilling and authentic. It's about being the person who naturally attracts success because they act from a place of purpose and passion. This is the rule that sets the foundation for all the others. Without your why, the journey is aimless. With your why, the future is full of possibility. In a world obsessed with instant success and flawless results, one of the most overlooked rules that will truly change your future is the power of consistency. People often get stuck waiting for perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect version of themselves before they begin. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. Waiting for it is a form of procrastination disguised as preparation. The real secret to building a future you want lies not in perfection, but in persistent, steady action. Consistency means showing up every day with intention, even when you don't feel like it, even when motivation fades, and even when progress feels slow or invisible. The small steps taken repeatedly over time that compound into massive change. It's the simple act of doing the work again and again, regardless of how perfect or polished it is. Why is consistency so powerful? Because life is a marathon, not a sprint. Success is rarely about a single breakthrough or one perfect performance. Instead, it's about the accumulation of efforts, a steady climb upward. When you commit to consistency, you build momentum. Momentum creates confidence, which fuels more consistent effort. It's a cycle of growth that doesn't rely on luck or sudden inspiration, but on discipline and patience. The mistake many make is to equate progress only with big, flashy wins. They measure success by grand milestones and disregard the quiet daily victories. But the reality is that those small wins, writing one page a day, practicing one skill repeatedly, making one healthy choice after another, are the bricks that build the foundation of your future. It's important to understand consistency does not mean rigidity or mindless repetition. It's about cultivating a habit of persistent effort with room for growth and adaptation. Sometimes showing up consistently might mean adjusting your approach, trying new tactics, or learning from mistakes. But the core idea remains the same. Keep moving forward. Another reason consistency is so transformative is that it trains it. When you commit to showing up regardless of circumstances, you develop resilience and discipline. You learn to value progress over perfection and effort over outcome. This mindset is crucial because life will always present challenges, distractions, and failures. Consistency teaches you how to navigate these with grace without giving into frustration or doubt. There's also a powerful emotional benefit to consistency. When you establish a rhythm of daily progress, you build trust with yourself. You prove that you can rely on your own commitment, and that trust strengthens your confidence and self-esteem. This inner belief becomes a driver of future success, making you less dependent on external validation or circumstances. In contrast, chasing perfection often leads to paralysis. The fear of making mistakes or falling short can prevent you from starting or continuing. You might spend more time planning or critiquing than actually. Energy spent on chasing an unattainable ideal is energy taken away from meaningful progress. So how do you embrace consistency over perfection? Start by setting realistic, manageable goals that you can commit to daily or weekly. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate efforts, even if the results aren't immediate goods. Learn to view setbacks as part of the journey rather than failure. Surround yourself with your purpose to keep motivation alive on tough days. It's also helpful to create systems and rituals that support your consistency. This could mean blocking time in your schedule, using accountability partners, or tracking your progress visually. When consistency becomes a non-negotiable part of your routine, it removes the decision fatigue of whether or not to act. In the end, consistency builds trust with the future you want. It is the bridge between who you are today and who you want to become tomorrow. Every small step, repeated with dedication, moves you closer to your goals. Remember, your future is shaped not by a single moment of brilliance, but by the relentless commitment to show up, do the work, and we keep moving forward. When we talk about building a successful future, it's easy to focus entirely on individual effort. Hard work, discipline, talent. While those are undoubtedly important, there is a critical, often underestimated factor that will determine the trajectory of your life: the quality of your relationships and the strength of your community. No one achieves greatness in isolation. The people you choose to surround yourself with will either elevate you or hold you back. And understanding this is essential if you want to change your future. Humans are inherently social beings. Our brains are wired for connection and collaboration. Purpose. Relationship purpose provide more than companionship. They offer perspective, accountability, and encouragement. When you invest in meaningful relationships, you build a network that can lift you up when times get tough and celebrate with you when you succeed. This network is a source of resilience, motivation, and growth. The future you envision becomes more attainable when you engage with people and challenge who inspire and challenge to be better. This doesn't mean just surrounding yourself with yes men or people who agree with everything you say. True growth comes from honest conversations, diverse perspectives, and sometimes constructive criticism. Relationships that push you outside your comfort zone foster learning and innovation. They help you see your blind spots and discover untapped potential. Equally important is the role you play in other people's lives. Community is a two-way street. When you invest time and energy in supporting others, you create bonds of trust and reciprocity. This sense of mutual support builds a foundation that sustains long-term success. Leading with generosity and genuine care not only enriches others, but also strengthens your own character and leadership capacity. In today's world, it's tempting to try to do everything alone, especially with the rise of remote work and digital connections. But even virtual interactions need to be meaningful and authentic. Building a community where you can share your struggles, dreams, and failures honestly creates a safe space for growth. Without this, the journey toward your future can feel lonely and overwhelming. Another aspect to consider is the keep in your mindset and habits. Your people closest to you influence your beliefs, your daily behaviors, and even your self-image. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, complacent, or skeptical of your dreams, it becomes harder to stay motivated. Conversely, being around driven, optimistic, and supportive individuals makes you more likely to adopt those same traits. It's also important to seek out mentors, people who have walked the path you want to take or who have wisdom in areas where you want to grow. Mentorship accelerates your learning curve, helping you avoid common pitfalls and clarity faster. The guidance and perspective a mentor provides can be invaluable as you navigate uncertainty and make important decisions. Building and nurturing relationships takes effort and intentionality. It requires listening, empathy, and vulnerability. It means showing up for others consistently, not only when authentic relationships don't develop overnight. They grow through shared experiences and mutual respect. Ultimately, your future is not just a product of your skills or knowledge, but of the collective energy, wisdom, and support you tap into through your relationships. The people who believe in you, challenge you, and support you will be your greatest assets in achieving your goals. As you invest and build as your community, you're also investing in yourself and the future you want to create. One of the most powerful rules that will change your future is embracing adaptability and curiosity as core parts of your mindset. The future is uncertain and unpredictable. No matter how carefully you plan, unexpected challenges will come. The difference between those who succeed and those who get stuck is their ability to adapt, learn, and stay curious in the face of change. Adaptability isn't just about survival. It's about thriving amid disruption. It means being willing to question your assumption necessary, pivot when embrace new ways of thinking, when you resist change and you limit your possibilities. But when you remain open and curious, you discover new opportunities hidden within challenges. Curiosity fuels learning and innovation. It pushes you to ask questions like, what can I learn from this situation? Or how can I improve? Instead of retreating into frustration or fear. This mindset transforms obstacles from barriers into stepping stones. It allows you to see setbacks not as failures, but as valuable feedback that guides your growth. People who succeed in uncertain environments have a growth mindset. They believe their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset encourages experimentation and risk-taking. It also reduces the fear of failure because every experience is viewed as part of the learning process. Adaptability requires humility. It means recognizing that you don't have all the answers and being willing to listen to others' perspectives. It requires letting go of ego and being comfortable with discomfort. This is where many people struggle because change often brings uncertainty and vulnerability. Yet, those who embrace discomfort grow faster. They become more resilient because they have learned to navigate ambiguity. They are flexible enough to strategies when something isn't working and creative enough to find solutions where others see dead ends. Curiosity also connects you to the world around you. It encourages you to explore new ideas, meet new people, and expand your horizons. This openness builds a richer, more diverse understanding of your environment, which is essential for making informed decisions about your future. In practice, learning to adapt and be curious means actively seeking new knowledge, questioning the status quo, and being willing to unlearn habits that no longer serve you. It means experimenting with different approaches and being comfortable with the fact that not everything will work perfectly the first time. The future is not static, it's a constantly evolving landscape. The rules of yesterday may not apply tomorrow. By cultivating adaptability and curiosity, you group yourself to navigate this changing terrain with confidence and creativity. Ultimately, embracing change and curiosity doesn't just prepare you for the future, it empowers you to shape it. It allows you to be proactive rather than reactive, to innovate rather than imitate, and to lead rather than follow. This is the mindset that turns uncertainty into possibility and setbacks into launching paths for growth. When we think about leadership, any immediately imagine authority, control, or power. Yet, the most transformative rule that will change your future standing that true leadership is rooted in empathy and service. Leadership is not about self-interest or climbing the ladder at the expense of others. It is about inspiring and uplifting those around you by putting their needs and growth before your own. Leading with empathy means genuinely understanding and caring about the experiences, feelings, and perspectives of others. It requires active listening and the willingness to see the world through their eyes. This deep connection builds trust, fosters collaboration, and creates an environment where people feel valued and motivated to contribute their best. Empathy in leadership is not a weakness, it is a profound strength. When you lead with empathy, you create bonds that go beyond transactions. You tap into people's intrinsic motivations, unlocking creativity, loyalty, and resilience. This emotional intelligence enables you to navigate conflicts, support growth, and build a culture of inclusion and respect. Service leadership takes this a step further by focusing on how you can contribute to the success and well-being of others. It's about shifting your mindset from what get to what can I give. This shift creates a powerful ripple effect. When you serve others selflessly, you inspire them to do the same, creating a cycle of generosity and collective progress. The future you want to create is not built in isolation. It is built through relationships and impact. By leading with empathy and service, you cultivate an environment where people are motivated to collaborate shared goals. This type of leadership encourages transparency, accountability, and innovation because people are safe to express ideas and take risks. Moreover, serving others enhances your own growth. It teaches humility, patience. It pushes you to develop skills in communication, problem solving, and emotional regulation. Leading by example through service creates credibility and respect that no title or position can buy. In practice, leading with empathy and service means putting effort into understanding the needs of your team, community, or audience. It means showing presence, showing appreciation, and offering support without expecting immediate returns. It means recognizing that leadership is a responsibility, not a privilege, and that your success is intertwined with the success of those you lead. This approach to leadership also prepares you to face challenges with grace. When setbacks happen, empathetic leaders focus on solutions and learning rather than blame. They create spaces where people feel heard and valued, which strengthens collective resilience and adaptability. Ultimately, leading with empathy and service changes the trajectory of your future because it builds meaningful connections and lasting impact. It aligns your success with the success of others, creating a legacy of positive influence. This is the leadership that transforms teams, organizations, and communities, and in doing so transforms your future as well. As you reflect on these 5 rules, the importance of clarity in your purpose, the power of consistency over perfection, the value of relationships and community, the necessity of adaptability and curiosity, and the strength found in leading with empathy and service, you begin to see how each one forms a vital piece of the puzzle that shapes your future. None of these principles work in isolation. They are interconnected, feeding into each other to create a foundation for lasting change and growth. Your future is not something that happens to you by chance or circumstance. It is something you actively build through the choices you make every day, the habits you cultivate, and the mindset you embrace. When you commit to clarity, you align your actions with meaning. When you choose consistency, you build momentum and resilience. When you invest in others, you create a network of support and inspiration. When you remain adaptable and curious, you turn uncertainty into opportunity. And when you lead with empathy and service, you elevate not only yourself, but everyone around you. This is not a formula for quick fixes or overnight success. It's a roadmap for sustainable transformation. It demands patience, courage, and a willingness to step into discomfort. But it also offers a promise that your future is within your control, shaped by the power of intentional living. You have the power to rewrite your story starting now. These 5 rules are your compass to navigate the journey ahead. Embrace them, live them, and watch as your future unfolds in ways you once only dreamed possible.